Hey guys, it's Steven. Today I'm going to be going over the XDAO app. I am going to go over what a DAO is, and I'm also going to be creating a DAO for Neo Tokyo Cat, my YouTube channel, and let's get into it. Uh, for the XDAO app, it basically just streamlines the process of creating a DAO. It also makes it very simple to manage your DAO. So far, they have $2 million safely managed under the XDAO platform. They just recently added some low-cost options like Avalanche and Phantom, which is definitely needed. Obviously, if you're using the Ethereum network, the price for blockchain transactions can be costly. So especially for me, creating a somewhat experimental DAO here, I want to use something cheap. So I'm going to be using the Phantom network. So what are DAOs for? You use them for trust management, which is kind of what I'm doing here. I'm going to be creating some sort of hedge fund type mutual fund thing. So with the trust management, others can come in and invest, and through the DAO, we can invest in launchpads or other platforms. So with the hedge fund type of deal, basically, if I'm investing in, let's just call it 3 different tokens, those 3 different tokens will be in under asset management of the DAO. And as an outsider, you can come in and buy a piece of that. So you come in, you buy a liquidity pool token, and you now have access to all 3 of these assets because you now own a piece of the liquidity pool. So what else we got? You can also use the DAO to hold on to your NFTs. We can decide what type of NFTs we want to buy together and buy and sell those jointly. If you want to create a project also, you can just basically have the funds in the DAO, and that way when there is a bunch of people together, not one person can come in and take all of the project's money out. It's safely stored in the DAO. And then you can also do transparent charities, which is nice. So let's see what else we got here. Yeah, so these are a few of the DeFi integrations we can use. Basically, XDAO created a way to connect to these DeFi platforms with the DAO, and I'm going to show you how to use that. Personally, I do like to use DBank. It seems to have the most networks as far as looking after your DAO and checking on which assets and how they're doing. All right, so let's just get right into it. So first off, we have the investment page here. So because Phantom is brand new to the XDAO platform, there's obviously not that many that have been created. Let's just go ahead and check. So the AUM is the assets under management. Let's just check this one out here. So we got here. So we just got one member. Basically, it looks like he just created his own. Possibly, I'm not sure if he's going to bring other people in. Let me just actually check this other one here. So let me show you exactly how it would work. So if you wanted to invest into this DAO, this one is the only one that has a public offering. So a public offering is basically you get, if you're the first person in here and there's nothing in here, you would own all of the assets. So if you were to buy one LP for $4.20, that USDC is then deposited into the assets under management. And once those assets are in the DAO, that is when you can vote on what to do with that money. So this, the homepage would show you what DAOs you're a part of and just the token information. As you can see, the ecosystem is pretty new here, not much going on here. So these modules are going to be new things that you'll be able to use in the future. So I think one of the things that I really like is the transaction automation. I feel like that would be very important to speed up the process of You'll see exactly why you'll want to have transaction automation and also transaction combination. It takes, there's definitely a lot of steps. So when I'm first creating this DAO, I'm going to be the only person in the DAO. And the reason is because when you have, call it 8 to 10 people in a DAO, and you need a, let's just call it a 50%, 51% quorum, which is how many people are needed to pass the vote. It takes a while you got to get everybody together, and everybody's got to be there. And if not everybody's there, it's really hard to get things done. So let's just go ahead and start with the creation of a DAO. So I'm going to call this the Neo Tokyo Cat DAO / Phantom, because I do plan on possibly doing Avalanche and other things. So we'll call this the NTC FTM. How about that? So this will just be the governance token. There's not going to be a fee or anything like that to buy the token. What will happen is if I add people to the governance token, I would add the partner here. Maybe if I see investors buy, I can add them as a partner, and then they can start to have votes in the ecosystem. So I'm just going to leave this for now. As the DAO gets larger, I can burn my tokens so it's more even and everybody has the same say. I could also change the quorum and how many people need to vote to pass. So let's just go ahead and send this here. And this is my first time doing this on Phantom, so hopefully, a little bit high on the gas, but we're just gonna go with it here. So spend about $7 on gas to get this started. While we're waiting, I'm going to show you how we're going to connect the DAO. So here is where you use something called Wallet Connect. It's a very simple process. Let's go ahead and start here. So let me disconnect my wallet. So never mind. Let's just get to work here. I want to get this started here. So now that we have a governance token, I have 10 of those. You're not able to give these away. What I would have to do is I would have to burn those tokens and then I'd have to delegate those tokens. That's just it makes it more safe that you can't basically just like overtake a DAO by just transferring it to one place. So let's just go ahead and create the LP token. So the LP token, let's just call it NTC LP FTM. I don't know. Looks good enough for me. Actually, let's just call it this. Neo Tokyo Cat LP FTM. Ah, man, too many, huh? Looks kind of silly, but it'll work. So for the symbol NTC LP FTM. So that's basically what we did. We created a LP token for NT Cat Phantom. So let's just go ahead and create the vote here. And this is an update that they did with version 2 and version 1. It would be a lot more gas, but now we're able to just sign transactions. So that definitely saves on fees. So now I can go to my DAO, and we do have this here is ready to activate. So let's just go ahead and activate that. So now that we're here, I can just activate the token because it's just me here. I don't need to have signatures for a bunch of people. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pay this gas fee here. So I'm up to about $11 already. No big deal. I did want to do this for you guys, so I don't mind at all. Great. So that was a success, nice and fast on the Phantom blockchain. And now we have a liquidity pool token. So let's just go ahead and initiate a public offering. So what this does is this allows people to come in and buy the liquidity pool tokens. Now, it doesn't have to be a public offering. You can send it specifically to certain people. If you only want it to be a private transaction, only certain people can invest, you can do that as well, private offers. Right now, I'm just going to leave it up to the public. I don't see any reason not to. So the currency that I want to use is going to be Phantom. So it looks like I'm going to have to get the Phantom token. So what's the best way to do that? Had to cut out real quick just to figure something out, but what you're going to have to do is use the wrapped Phantom token for the currency to buy. We could also do USDC, but I'd rather have it be Phantom. So you have Phantom in here as the currency to buy the liquidity pool. So one liquidity pool token will be equal to one Phantom. Now, if you want to invest more, obviously you can just invest in as many as you liquidity pool tokens as you want. So that will just be the lowest denomination. And that's it. So let's just go ahead and initialize the public offering. Let's go ahead and invest in our DAO. So here we are, we're on the front page here. So let's go to the DAO. And why can't I invest yet? Maybe it's still loading. There we go. So let's go ahead and do that. So the public offer is for, I gotta approve the transaction here. All right, 8 cents here. All right, so we'll just go ahead and start with one. Wait, what do you mean I don't have enough? Oh, I don't have wrapped Phantom. Of course. All right, so let's just go ahead and swap that real quick. We'll just swap 10. So let's just go ahead and start with, I guess we might as well just go 2 now. So let's buy some liquidity pool tokens. All right, great. So successful buy of those tokens. So now is the cool part here. So we're going to connect with our DAO. And let's just go ahead and do that. So I just opened up another browser. It makes it more simple. And what you do is you go to the Wallet Connect here, Wallet Connect, and then you copy this code down here. I have something in my way. I need to move it. Copy to clipboard. Great. And let's just go back to here. It gives us our URI to connect. And we're going to connect using the Neo Tokyo. And now we are connected to the Spooky Swap here. So now, I don't know if you've ever used Spooky Swap. It's a very good, it's probably one of the best ones on Phantom. They got a lot of options. You can add liquidity, you can farm your tokens, you can stake their token, and then also this is what I use to bridge my tokens, and it doesn't even have to be the Phantom blockchain. As you can see, they have a lot of different options and different blockchains that you can bridge here. I use Binance, that's where I have more of my money. Binance to bridge to Ethereum. So I just wanted to show you that. So let's just go ahead and swap for the token that I was looking to swap for. It was FS. So I want to swap FS. And I believe I'm actually going to need USDC. So probably could have done this earlier, but I wanted to just show everybody the process here. So, all right, so we have Phantom. Let's go ahead and swap. Actually, you know what? A thing that you can do, and this is probably a good learning thing for you guys. Because we have a DAO, we now have access to see, and now we have like basically a smart contract, which is our wallet. So I'm just going to open up our DAO here. So as you can see, the two tokens, why is this so high? I'm not sure what this is up here, but this is our DAO here. We have the $7 in the DAO, and because I have that one liquidity pool token, that gives me actually two liquidity pool tokens, that gives me access to these two Phantoms. So something that you can do is you could send tokens or assets directly to the DAO, but what ends up happening is when you send directly to the DAO, you do not have claim to those assets. The only way that you can have claim on the assets is if you buy the LP tokens. So for example, right now, I want to send some USDC. So what I'm going to do, just to get it started here, going to swap for USDC. And just basically just donate it to the pool here. So we'll just do 2.1 Phantoms. Going to get, why is that so high? I want to make it even here. All right, good enough. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get those USDC. I'm just gonna donate it to the pool here so we can go ahead and swap those for the tokens that I want. So just my donation to the community. What ends up happening is now that those tokens are part of the LP, what essentially just happened is the LP tokens basically doubled in value, because if you were, so those two LP tokens that I bought for $7 now have access to $14 in the DAO. So if I were to withdraw all that, I'd be able to take all those assets out. So where'd my USDC go? There it is. All right, so I'm going to send this to the DAO. Let me just make sure 0x1 7D looks good. And whoops. All right, so I'm going to send all of it here. And now that will show up into the DAO. All right, so let's get back to it here. Let's see if this will update for us and show us the AUM. Great. So, okay, so it shows us the AUM here, what the two Phantom tokens are worth. I thought it would be more, but not sure why it's showing less than. Well, actually, that's right. Never mind. 656. Okay, so let's go ahead back to here and see if it showed up in the wallet. Yep, there it is. Great. So we have the USDC and the Phantom in our DAO wallet here. And let's just go ahead and swap that for the token that I wanted, which was USDC. I'm going to want to buy, so let's just call it $7 worth of this FS token. So let's go ahead and approve. Oh, you know what? What's happening is once I ask for permission to approve this, this goes directly to the, whoops, wrong page here. This goes directly to the DAO for me to approve it. So Hey guys, so once I created a transaction to trade those tokens, I'm going to have to, for some reason it wasn't connecting right, so I just disconnected. I'm going to reconnect again, and hopefully that will help me get the transaction that I'm looking for. So let's just copy that there, and let's try to connect again. All right, one more time. Copy that to the clipboard. Okay, so we're back connected again. And let's go ahead and try to make this happen here. So I want to make a swap. So when I do a swap, it's going to I'm gonna have to verify that on the XDAO's end. So let's just go ahead and do that. So we got FS here. This is the token I wanted. I wanted to do $7 worth of SF. So let's approve approve this here. And so this is most likely now it's working. It's being sent to this side over here. And this is it. So every single transaction has to be verified through a vote. So this is, like I said earlier, it can take some time, but this is what we need to do here. So let's do approve USDC to spend, and it's for FS swap. All right, so we got to create that vote there. Just a signature, because that's an internal thing there. And here we are. I'm going to activate the vote, and we are going to confirm. All right, so we spent that money. Whoever activates the vote does have to pay the fees for that. So there it is. That was activated. So we're going to go ahead and swap now that it's approved. So now, again, it's going to go back to the DAO where we'll have to approve that. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on with this, but I guess I might need to open two different windows, one that stays connected on this page and one that doesn't, because I have to start a new session every time. So I guess that's maybe something that they could fix on their end. So let's just start over here where we'll go ahead and disconnect and then connect again. So we'll do a wallet connect. We will get this. I have something right in my way, of course, or I can't copy that. So let's copy that there and reconnect. And then we'll be able to vote. Okay. We're going to swap that. And now we're going to confirm that on our end. Swap FS for USDC. All right, we'll sign that. And then we will, maybe I can just keep this open. So that was, the vote was created. I'm still connected. Maybe I can just do that right from here now. All right, this was already done. So the new one, it should be right here. Okay, so swap FS. Great. Activate voting. All right, so now we're going to have our FS token, and we're going to have the Phantom token all in the DAO. It will all show up here momentarily. And, I'm just kind of showing this, and it really opens up a lot of opportunity. Even for the Neo Tokyo community in general, like say, what if we wanted to bridge our tokens to the Optimism network? That way we can use Uniswap version 3, and we can have liquidity pools in Uniswap version 3 as a community. Another thing that I could do is, like, what if I wanted to create a DAO for my liquidity positions. I could do everything through the DAO. The problem would be that the gas fees are so high. So we would need to find something like, Uniswap does have Optimism and Arbitrum already activated. So it would be a project, but it might be worth it to be able to have Uniswap version 3, and for outsiders to be able to invest in these pools, because these are just pools. Let's just say yesterday you invested in the Neo Tokyo Cat DAO, and it was worth $10,000. You bought, let's just call it 1% at $100. Well, now you just already made $8 in profit, and you're able to enter and exit that position at any time, just by removing your liquidity pool from the DAO. So it's an interesting concept, and I definitely want to explore that. And like I said, it's not really, I don't think it's really reasonable on Ethereum. The prices are just too high. As you can see, to get all this set up, it would be too expensive. But if we had something like on Optimism, it could cost, $5 a transaction, is definitely a lot cheaper than all the different Ethereum stuff that we have going on. All right, so let's see what we got here now. Great, so we swapped everything. We're swapped here. So I'm just going to go ahead and pool these two tokens here and maybe try to get a little bit of fees. I did check out the pair, and it seems the more active pool is the USDC to FS. It's getting a lot more action, but the truth is, I just want to hold Phantom and hold FS token. If I get a few dollars in fees, that's okay, but that's not really what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is just hold those tokens, and the fees are just an extra. So let's just go ahead and do that here. So approve. While we're waiting, I guess I'll just go ahead and go over another project that I'm looking at on Phantom. It's called Phantom. It's like the Olympus DAO. It's Olympus DAO fork. It's been doing pretty well. Its treasuries have been growing a lot over the past couple of weeks. I've been invested for a long time, and I'm only up about 10% on my investment. I didn't invest very much, but I think it's a pretty decent project. The value of its treasury is at 16 million, which is pretty high, and the value of its bonds are at 22 million. So what I've noticed with these Olympus DAO, especially the forks, you want to invest when the value of the token is close to what the value of the treasury is. I've noticed that it could easily come back down to that number. So I just wanted to point that out. And if there's any projects that you guys are interested in learning about, you could always go to DeFi Llama, and you can pick at whatever ecosystem you're looking at, and then there's plenty of options to look at. All right, let's approve this here. I'm not sure what's going on and taking so long. Oops. All right, so pretty lengthy process, but I wanted to show you guys how this all works. So I'm just going to go ahead and supply it, and that way it will be on the DAO, and everybody can check it out at their own leisure. Right, so it should be supplied now. Yep, so now we have a position. It's not showing up. I wonder if it'll show up on DBank. That's what's really important. So let's just check out our DAO here. Let's go to DBank and see what it shows here. Not showing the liquidity pool. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to be able to see that those tokens in there. For some reason, it's not showing up. So I took a break and I just wanted to finish this video up. So the problem I ran into is I created a liquidity pool for the FS token, the Phantom Starter token, and the problem I ran into is that it doesn't show up on DBank, and it also does not show up under the AUM, which is the assets under management. So um, what I did was I bought a couple more liquidity pool tokens for myself, and I just allocated them to um, to just buy some more tokens. I just bought some Boo tokens, which is the Spooky Swap token, and to round up the video, I'm just going to show you what it's like as a investor. You know, say you wanted to invest into a DAO on the XDAO platform, what would happen. So after you buy the LP tokens, the Rat Phantom goes on to the DAO, and then the DAO decides where those funds go. In this case, I decided the DAO tokens, the Phantom tokens, should go to buy Boo. So I bought some Boo, and this is what happens. So if you want to exit your liquidity pool positions, you would go to burn LP. And the first thing you need to do is just approve the transaction. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to approve the transaction. Let's wait for it to load. So I can decide what I want to take out, what percentage of the pool I want to take out, what tokens. So let's just go ahead and do all of them and see what happens. This is basically our portfolio. This shows everything. This shows the FS token liquidity pool that's not showing up. So I'll just show you exactly what happens once we do this. So I'm going to, so I have 5, which is 100% of the pool. And also you can add these tokens to your wallet so you can see those liquidity pool tokens in your wallet. Let me see if they're on here right now. Yeah, they are on here. So these are my liquidity pool tokens. So that's how you know how many you have. And let's just do one and see what happens. So I'm going to take 20% of my funds out, and I'm going to take out one of each, and I'll just see exactly what happens. So let's go ahead and burn those tokens. And what I think will happen is all these tokens go directly into your wallet. So in a way, you know, as a outsider, say you wanted to buy all these tokens, what you would do is you'd come in, you would buy an LP, and then you could basically just buy and sell it, and that's how you'd be able to basically just accumulate those assets. So let me make sure that was done. Yep, yep. All right, let's go ahead and refresh this here. Yeah, so yeah, it looks like yeah, so we had about 1354 in here. So all of these tokens were just allocated to my regular wallet that I bought the tokens from. So I think it's pretty cool. It's a pretty useful tool that they created here. So if you have any questions, I'll definitely be going over this. I'm sure if somebody is going to be interested in all this, and I'm learning with everybody else. So the more questions you have, the better. And let's figure out what we can do with this. All right, guys, that's all I got. So I'll go ahead and catch you next time.